A luxury restaurant in New York. The air smells of roasted coffee and polished marble. At a cornered table sits Ethan Grant, a man whose presence commands quiet respect, a billionaire known for brilliance and arrogance. Waitress Clara, new and nervous, approaches him. He's wearing dark glasses, facing slightly away. She tries to pour his coffee but spills a few drops. "I'm so sorry, sir," she stammers. He doesn't react. She laughs nervously. "Guess you didn't even notice, huh?" A long silence. Then his calm voice. "Greater than, I did notice. I just couldn't see where it spilled." Clara freezes. Her smile fades. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were blind." He sets down his cup, his face unreadable. "Greater than, few people do. Fewer care." And just like that, the room feels heavier, like every noise had stopped to listen. Clara spends the rest of the shift watching him from afar. The man eats in silence, his movements precise, practiced, as if each gesture hides years of control over pain. When she brings his bill, she softly says, "Greater than, if you don't mind me asking, do you come here often?" He smiles faintly. "I used to. With my wife. She could describe the colors I can't see anymore." A pause. "Now I just listen." It's quieter without her voice. Clara's eyes fill with tears she quickly hides. For the first time, she doesn't see him as the rich blind man, but as someone deeply human, someone who lost more than sight. That night, Ethan sits alone in his penthouse, running his fingers over an old photograph, his late wife's smile frozen in time. Days pass. Ethan begins to visit more often. Clara always ends up at his table. They talk about the world, about small things that somehow mean everything. She describes sunsets, rain on glass, children chasing pigeons in the square. One day, she asks, "Greater than, do you ever wish you could see again?" He chuckles softly. "Sometimes. But I've realized, people who can see often forget to look." She looks at him, really looks. There's something in his words that pierces her, a truth she's never considered. On a rainy evening, Clara finds Ethan sitting outside, listening to a street violinist. She joins him under the awning. "Greater than, you shouldn't be out here in the rain," she says. "Why not? I can't see the storm, only feel it. It reminds me I'm alive." She laughs. "Greater than, you sound like a poet." "No," he smiles, "just a man who learned to listen." When the violinist finishes, Ethan stands and walks toward the sound of applause. Clara notices, his steps are steady, graceful. He's not fragile. He's free. Clara invites him to a small café she loves. She describes the sunset as it bleeds across the sky. He reaches for her hand, tracing her fingers gently. "Greater than, you have kind hands," he says. "You always say that," she laughs softly. "Because they remind me what warmth feels like." Silence. Only the hum of the city. "Greater than, Clara," he whispers, "you've shown me more beauty than I ever saw with my eyes." Her breath catches. She realizes, the man who cannot see, has seen her more deeply than anyone ever has. Months later, Clara walks into the restaurant, now renovated, modern, bright. She finds Ethan standing by the entrance, cane in hand, facing the sunlight. "Greater than, you're early," she smiles. "I could feel the light today," he replies. "Thought I'd see how it feels." She looks at him tenderly. "Greater than, do you ever miss what you lost?" "Every day," he admits. "But now I've learned, sometimes you lose your eyes to find your soul." She steps closer. "Greater than, and what do you see now?" He turns his face toward her voice. "You." Tears well in her eyes. She takes his hand. The sunlight pours over them, warm, endless, forgiving.